What? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Pot of Gold $1,000 tournament brought to you by Golden League. I am Rapture once again here with my main man Hero as we bring you one of the final group stage matchups here, all the way from Group 3. It's going to be Grazur Esports once again facing off this time against DarkStarClan. Hero, how you doing tonight, man?
Good, how are you? It's great to be back again casting with you.
Yeah, man. Same here,
My
and I'm doing
favorite
great.
weekly pastime.
Definitely, dude. And if y'all been tuning in with us throughout this week so far, you've definitely caught a bit of Grazur Esports dominating Group 3. They're currently 5-0 moving into this one, so they're guaranteed a spot in the tournament stage, but they certainly want to hold onto that first place position. While coming into this one, DarkStarClan, they're 2-2. This is certainly a very important matchup. If they win this somehow, they might be able to get themselves over Project Motivate and into that third place position.
Yeah, exciting stuff coming out of Group 3 here, but we're going to jump right into the knife round, and it's just kind of a slaughter hallway here. A lot of back and forth.
And we've seen how effective Grazur can be in the knife round in the past. They once again win, so they'll have side choice here. We've seen Vertigo. I believe, I don't think it's been played so far this week on stream, but I might be wrong. But I haven't seen it so far. And
Yeah, it's been quite a while, I think, since anyone has really picked Vertigo, but not a big deal. We can get through it. So I think last night was a little bit of fun. We put a little bit of a bet on it. What do you think the final score of this game is going to be?
I'm not entirely sure. I mean, looking at the stats, Grazur has just been absolutely dominant, as I mentioned, and they have a really solid plus-minus. They've won a ton of rounds, very few rounds against them. I feel like it could be a solid win for Grazur, though I'm not entirely sure how many rounds Darkstar will be able to get, but they started this round off pretty well until Matty Gill and Mexican Prague get on the board, and now Little B are going to go for a quick plant here to try and get things going.
Yeah, and he's in that really safe position to get that down, and it is going to go down. Matty Gill's actually on 1 HP, and with the bomb down, strong post-plant positions from all three of these players, but Alpha coming up Tarp behind. He's going to find Oogie with the one-tap. He's going to find Solo as well, and that'll be aggro chipping in as well. A solid retake from Grazur Esports, keeping 4 players alive.
Yeah, definitely a solid start here. Little Beer had a good setup, unfortunately. Not quick enough on the trigger finger to get that kill, so Aggro and company. We've already seen what these players can do. Grazur's been on stream before. We've seen this team is very strong. And Darkstar, they have a lot of work ahead of them if they want to secure a win.
Absolutely. That bomb plant is huge, though. It's going to allow them to actually buy up pistols this round. Maybe get a few of those guns out of the hands of Grazur Esports. And also be able to buy in the next round. A lot of mid presence here. Alpha getting 2. He's going to tap away. He's going to find the third in that mid position. Mexican and Aggro getting in on the action as well. Going to clean that round up fast. About 30 seconds on that round.
Now we'll see how Darkstar approaches this round 3 in terms of buys. They already got 3 AKs on the board, and then some. It looks pretty solid here for Darkstar, though. If they win the next round, they'll have loss bonus too, max loss bonus. So I mean, they'll be good. They got the SG and the 4 AKs. We'll see if they can make the most from here. As Grazur is going to be waiting mostly towards B, but that bomb is actually separated from the rest of Darkstar here. They're going to have to go and pick that up.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw in this tournament already what leaving that bomb somewhere can actually do. Last night we saw it really get booky, and Aggro's going to get this first kill. He's going to grab an AK. He's actually going to get out of there as well with his life. That is huge. And he's going to tap through the smoke at Little Beer. Such a nice shot from Skit actually onto Alpha. In that window position, Mexican Prod getting aggressive down towards ramp. He's gonna spot him and tap his head right off. Evening it out on a 3-on-3. Skit is on 28 HP.
Oogie trying to look out for CT, heading up towards ramp, finds Thunderé. Could have a flash to work with as well. Some shots put down by Skit. Delta also throwing down utility, trying to go in for this push and get a quick bomb plant again in that safe pocket area right in the site. Delta puts it down. And now this time, though, Darkstar has the player advantage 3-2, but Skit's pretty low. And Grazur looking for a way in. They got the AK and the M4.
do have a little bit of utility. He's going to be the first to go down, but Delta's going to trade out aggro. Maddie's going to find Delta. Last player towards sandbags. It's planted for him, but a difficult position for Maddie. Trying to defuse this bomb. He does have a smoke, or sorry, he does not have a smoke, but he taps out and finds Skit.
Yeah,
Enough time for the defuse. Now, how did he make it 3-0 for Grazur Esports?
I was wondering if he was gonna go push through alley, go around ramp, and push up on sandbags, but like just, you know, this simple, gonna go for the fake through forklift, get the fake down, get the quick pickup, and now Grazur 3-0, moving into round 4, into this one. DarkStar, they will have a full loss bonus here.
Yeah, Maddie did a good job of clearing out all the positions and figuring out where the most likely spot. Alpha in mid here is actually going to be found first by Agent Solo. That's one player down, but the reverse boost coming up here from Maddie. He's going to find one head. He's going to have to drop off. Those players are not happy about it. They're going to actually try to jump through. They're not going to make the jump. Aggro's going to stop the push in its tracks. And as the round stalls out towards mid here, all 4 players for DarkStar.
No, Mexican prod moving up towards Little Beer, but Little Beer will catch him by surprise there. Thunder Ray holding an aggro
as well.
Yeah,
That's
aggro down to 15, and Thunder Ray has a sight line. Might be able to get a quick pick here, as Oogie is getting dangerously close to that shot. Gonna force him back a little bit. Now the bomb's gonna be swinging back over too with Delta, and now this is gonna force a 4v1 situation here, as aggro and Maddie Gill have kind of separated themselves away from their remaining teammate Thunder Ray, but now Oogie gets put down. 1v3, bomb gets planted, and that's gonna get the rest of Grazur to start moving.
Yeah, extremely strong post-plant positions for DarkStar, though. It's gonna be hard for a retake here. Especially
Delta,
with aggro
no.
on 15. Maddie Gill down to 12 now. Thunder only on 30. And that'll be the round. 2 kills from Agent Solo, 1 from Little Beer to clean it up. That'll be the first round on the board for DarkStar.
And going into this one, they have a lot of money to work with, so they're gonna go for a full buy here. And Grazur likely just gonna take it nice and slow and eco a little bit, maybe a couple slight buys, but it looks like they're actually gonna put a couple guns in a few hands here.
Absolutely. 2 rifles, SMG, couple pistols coming out. But they have the positioning to be able to do it. A fast Mexican's gonna find 2. He's gonna only find 1, but Delta's eventually gonna find Mexican. Alpha already flanked here. Ooh, sees right through that. He gets getting shot at. It's actually gonna get tapped away by Maddie. That's the bomb. Oh, sorry, that is not the bomb down. They still could rotate.
It looks like they're
Looks
going
like
to
they're
do
gonna
that.
elect to do it.
Yep, going right downstairs. Now heading back over to B site. It looks like.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like Grazur actually predicts this coming. They're gonna gamble on the double rotate over to B.
Billy coming out here for DarkStar. Delta gonna entry. Gets a shot on Maddie, pushing around far, but gets picked off by aggro. 1v1 situation here. Oogie gonna fake it. Firing into the smoke there is aggro, but Oogie comes out ahead, picks up that round, and our DarkStar with 2 in a row to make it a 3-2 storyline.
Absolutely, and that's gonna actually force Grazur back on probably, well, not quite a double save, but they'll be able to buy light pistols here, maybe a little bit of armor on Mexican, but 5 rifles towards the DarkStar side. It's going to be an aggressive push. 1 tries to get the spray transfer, but can't quite find it. That's already a gun in the hands of Grazur Esports as Agent Solo taps Maddie away. Thunder actually going to find his demise as well. Mexican probably going to find a second actually in the flank. That's 2 rifles for Grazur in a 3-on-2. Skit with 20 HP. Not an easy situation by any means, but possible, as Alpha's actually gonna fall.
And now do we see I'm a Mexican prod possibly just hold here, try to hold on to the AK, or figure let me try and take down some with them. Might be better to just try and get rid of the rifles.
For this as he's moving towards CT spawn.
Yeah, looks like he's going to try and remove as many rifles off the hands of DarkStar as possible, even if they lose the round. So
Yeah, I think he knows that it's already kind of a busted round. They didn't invest much into it, and they've done some pretty good damage already. Just trying to find some shots. Mexican's
Hmm.
actually going to fall before doing any damage. Little Beer predicts it.
All right, 3-3. Darkstar with 3 unanswered rounds here. And now a pretty big advantage moving to this next round, but here come the buys from Grazur.
Yeah, they are going to force up the op and then rifles on the rest. Not the best utility. Only one incendiary that's going to be used early into the round. 3 smokes, only 4 flashbangs, excuse me. Got tripped up on my words there. Utility, not in short supply for the Darkstar side.
No, absolutely not. They are decked out to the 9s here. Mexican prop holding this sight line, but not going to find much until Oogie starts popping their head out. They're going to move up towards ramp.
It's
Aggro
actually going to be
finds
the
Skit.
first to fall.
Yep.
But the tarp position already secured, the head
Ooh.
taken off of Mexican, but Thunder trades it out and escapes with his life. Here, gonna die to aggro over on the B site. Bomb is still down below with Agent Solo.
Yeah, and he's going to try and poke out of tunnels, but you can see already Alpha holding right above him. Looking for shots, but doesn't
Aggro.
actually see him in time. Alpha goes down. Now 3-on-2 situation here. Definitely still doable for Darkstar.
Absolutely. If they can get this bomb down without sacrificing any players, Delta's gonna get legged. Find that quad position. And the push is already here. Right up on top. Delta and Solo find a couple, but Thunder through the smoke is gonna end that right where it started.
Yeah, Angel Solo had a good entry into that, but kind of took it too wide of an angle. After that first kill gets put down, then it's pretty much a 2v1 situation. Close quarters, hard to hit that final kill. Now, Grazur will stop the momentum of Darkstar for the time being. Both teams still pretty evenly matched here, though, going into the 8th round. Looks like we've got a full A-side push here, but marred a little bit by these mollies.
Yeah, Uji's gonna take a lot of damage. Skit's actually gonna get dinked down to 1 HP. The smoke's out on sight, but still not an easy situation. Try to jump through that. Thunder's gonna find one onto Oogie, but not a great situation to be in, as it's a 1-on-1 now. Skit only with 1 HP. This is still very doable for Aggro. He's gonna see him, and that's a 5th round for Grazur Esports.
Yeah, Darkstar, they did get the bomb plant down, but it cost them a lot. Almost every player that was involved was down to very low HP. So even though they did have the player advantage on the retake situation, it was just Grazur had more health in general. They were able to get really quick sweeps, get the cleanup, and yep, take that 5th round.
Yeah. A little bit of aggressive pushes actually coming out from Darkstar, as well as not watching their flank. That's what cost them that round. And that actually forces them back onto pistols. And Mexican prod on pistol as well. It's not great buys for either team, but they are doable, as all 5 players for Darkstar are going to be moving towards this mid. Alpha's going to be there to intercept. He doesn't actually find one. He does a lot of tag damage, but no actual kills. Thunder spots out that silencer, and he's going to take out the Oogie.
And Aggro's still waiting for
already
someone
coming
to get
in.
Yep, there's Matty
It's
finds
gonna
Delta.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of damage being done towards both teams. It's a 3-on-3, which for Darkstar, they're actually doing a lot of damage. However, that bomb has been dropped in mid.
Nobody home here on this A site just yet. Agent Solo moving through mid once more, possibly going to be heading towards A site, as Aggro is still expecting someone to pop out through tunnels.
Yeah, it looks like the read is coming out towards A here for Darkstar, and Grazur Esports actually doing a good job of not
Matty
over pushing.
gets him.
Absolutely, there it is. That's what we're waiting for. And the push comes out here. Skit already pushed deep. Is gonna find Matty in the connector. And this is dangerous now.
Oh, Skit gets this immediate kill here. Now for another 1v1 situation. Doable. Deagle. Oh, it's the first shot.
Yeah.
Can't finish it up though. Now Thunder versus Ancient Solo.
Thunder down to 46. Agent Solo on 54. A difficult situation for both players, as they have no information really towards where either one is, and the timing is gonna destroy Agent Solo as he just peeks around the box as Thunder walks around it. A 4K from Skit in the round. A very good job by him to really get those opening kills and to open up the site for that bomb plant.
Alright, moving to the 10th round here. A lot of buys on both sides. Both teams decked out. We even see Mexican Prod bringing out that shoddy. Yep, that's the auto shoddy right there. And we also have 4 AKs for DarkStar. Mexican Prod with that auto shoddy hanging out, but can't find anyone just yet to party with.
Absolutely.
Oh.
A lot of utility. Aggro's actually going to fall off of the map before Alpha fights two in mid.
And yeah, and DarkStar kind of mollied themselves off from that too, so they really couldn't advance, and they were already kind of committed in that doorway. Undershots looking for Oogie. Oogie not going to peek out just yet. Throws out another molly, forcing him out from that corner, but is not holding the sight line. Yeah, throws the utility and is like, all right, well, that's that. Skit meanwhile looking for yet another kill. Already 11 in the game so far.
That is bomb dropped in mid though. Mexican's actually going to meet his demise to Skit, and with two players low on the Grazur side, this is still a very doable situation. I feel like we say that a lot, but it is a doable situation for DarkStar.
Yep. Catapulting that molly out.
Absolutely. Thunder pushed in. Oh, Aggro's actually left the server.
Aggro, I think Aggro was dead already though.
Yeah, he was,
Yeah,
but he's now left the server.
Yep.
And Skit's gonna find one, but Maddie and Thunder are gonna clean up the round. We'll see. Bot Chad is just chilling in here.
Bot Chad.
Bot Chad, an absolute Chad. He brought the beer to the party as Aggro comes back.
And we're going to get that timeout. Nonetheless, great opportunity to give a quick shout out to our sponsors. Of course, first off, we have RTS Partners. That's Golden's official rule and strategic business partner of the league. For more information on what RTS Partners is working on and what they're doing with Golden and whatnot, be sure to check out rtspartners.net. And of course, we're also supported by Cygnus Esports, SYGNUS_esports. Check them out on Twitter. Thank them for helping us out, put this tournament together. And of course, there's $1,000 on the line. I believe $700 for first place, if I'm not mistaken. So definitely a lot of dough to be worked with here as we move into our 11th round. Grazur up 7-3 and looking to start to run away with this game to secure a 6-0 record in Group 3.
Yeah, and as DarkStar is on a very low buy, a couple deagles, all P250s, and actually only one rifle coming out, it looks like Grazur might secure an 8th round.
Yeah, they're looking pretty solid here. They've got mostly rifle buys and a pretty good amount of utility too. That's the thing, is that DarkStar has no utility whatsoever.
Yeah, and the A ramp push is already being shut down as Mexican's gonna find the first as Little Beer tries to push through the smoke. Ooh, one on Alpha, and there's that rifle. This is where it's huge. But Aggro already on the flank. There's Delta down, and Mexican's gonna chime in on Oogie. Maddie bomb down, but Aggro's gonna clean it up.
And that's again another round where DarkStar is almost more concerned with just getting the bomb plant down than securing the site first.
Absolutely, but on a low buy like that, in my opinion, it's better to go for the bomb plant. Get the little money that you can from that. Well, it's not even little money. Get the money that you can from that. True. You know, that allows them to actually buy full utility into this next round.
Very true. We'll see how well that plays out for them here in round 12. 8-3 scoreline for Grazur. To move in, you're right, they got that big buy here, but how much were they able to get work done with it? Little Beer already firing through down mid as that bomb has been thrown down there and is again away from DarkStar.
And Thunder already in an advanced position. He was able to get down that ladder. He's actually down almost in T-spawn. And Maddie gets forward and gets taken out by Skit. Thunder. Has it been called now? It does. And he's found Aggro is actually going to get the tap on a little beer. 1-on-2 for Skit.
Well, if anyone on DarkStar is going to be able to do it, certainly Skit. 15 and 10 so far, the only player on the team positive moving into this one. But somewhat hesitated in that previous fight, wasn't able to really get in on either side, so now finds themselves between a rock and a hard place. We go down below, a minute left. They still don't have the bomb just yet, but no one's looking at it, so they should be able to get the easy pickup. But which site do they go to? Which is harder held? Mexican prod on tarp over there should be a hard nut to crack. We'll see if Skit's going to test that.
Yeah, absolutely. And with only one player on each site, it's doable for Skit if he can find the one-on-one each time. The biggest problem is that's such a hard position to clear. You know, that boosted position is really deep into the site. And if you don't check it fully, which he is actually going to,
Ooh.
Skit gets the kill. He's going to get the bomb down here, taking a little bit of time to actually get that bomb down as it will allow Aggro to make his way almost complete over here. He hears the smoke gives away Aggro's position and a little bit of toxicity coming out from Skit spraying into the dead body of Aggro.
And that's Skit picking up a very clutch finish to that round there. That should give DarkStar a little, confidence moving into this next round. It's certainly not out of their hands. They're only down 4 rounds as we move towards the latter half of this first half here, round 13.
And if DarkStar can pick up a couple more rounds, it's actually very possible that they could take this. 2 players already moved into T1, though. A dink already on Agent Solo from Thunder. I don't think they predict the second player there, though. Alpha is actually going to get found.
No, Maddie leaving a sight line. He could have had a free kill there, but backs off.
So Delta's going to take off the head of Mexican Prod. Or Skit in mid is fighting with Maddie, who is off. Aggro on the A site by himself is going to find the first. Wait. Actually end up dying. And Maddie's going to meet his demise as well, giving 5 rounds to DarkStar.
Yeah,
With
this
2
has
rounds
been
left in the half. It's going to be interesting to see how it ends.
absolutely. That's a great position for DarkStar to be in. Only down by 3, potentially be down by a little bit less here as well, as Grazur's going to save and then likely just go for a full buy in the last round of the half. We move into this. Only up by 3. Grazur really can't afford to be lackadaisical now. Even though they have been dominant in the group, they still don't have secure. Agent Solo and Skit. Agent Solo with 3. Skit and Little Beer on the flanks with 2 to their own, and a big wipe there from DarkStar, putting Grazur Esports on their backs.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, they needed to get the round over with quick, and they needed to push so they could have this buy in the last round. Not a lot of util coming out. No ops. The head armor, optional on the CT side, as we all know. Those one-tap guns, not making that much of a difference. But Thunder's going to get aggressive right away. Delta's going to find the trade in mid onto Skit.
Delta firing from that low ground position. Unable to get both, but does pick up 1. And leaves, I believe Alpha it was, at somewhat lower health. Thunder's already low, and Delta cleans up the kill. Now 4v3 situation here, but both Delta and Ubi are low. See how long they can survive as we move towards that minute mark.
Yeah, it actually looks like the bomb is going to be moving towards B, and they've called it perfectly. Oogie gets another kill, and that's actually going to force off a rotate. Both players for Grazur Esports towards this position on A. And Delta's still faking it out, as Little Beer and Agent Solo have actually secured B. Bomb going to be going down, and the CTs now read it. Bomb going to be substantially ticked away by the time the CTs are really able to get into this fight.
Yeah, Maddie already hesitating a little bit, trying to figure out a way in. And gets hit by the molly, and Agent Solo then gets the kill. And just like that, Aggro follows him to the grave. An 8-7 scoreline. DarkStar keeping this very close against right now the best team in the group, and might be, I would say, making Grazur sweat just a little bit, as this, I would say, would be a match they might have expected to win outright, and now it's looking a lot more uncertain as we move into the second half here.
Yeah, absolutely. I would not have predicted to have an 8-7 scoreline in the
No,
first
definitely
half.
not.
After watching Grazur just kind of run through the rest of their opponents. A big shout out to Skit though. That 18 kills. Agent Solo following closely with 15. He's gonna open this up. He's gonna find 2 actually, but he's gonna use demise to aggro. Agent Solo's gonna trade 1 more out. Behind this quad position, Little Beard's gonna find 1 to aggro. That could kill, but he's gonna be tapped away by Delta.
Now tied up, DarkStar takes the pistol round in the second half here. A great start to potentially take the lead and start running away with it from Grazur. But I see still a bit of a
Yeah, that pistol round crucial for either team to really get the momentum, either swinging back in favor of Grazur or to keep it going in favor of DarkStar.
and lower.
With the Nagab by front. Oh, he gets 2. I was really hoping for a little bit more, but Aggro actually gonna find a trade onto Delta as he takes out Mexican Prod.
Again, Grazur finding themselves a man down. Even the odds there are actually
that's bomb
adding
spotted,
to the odds. Yeah.
And as Alpha moves through this A site, it's gonna be difficult. You know, 3 SMGs on the side of DarkStar. A minute left, so doable, but a difficult situation.
Trying to hunt down Alpha here as they push over towards CT spawn.
Nice
Alpha.
shot from Alpha.
Great shot. Picks the dome off of Agent Solo. 1v2 situation, 45 seconds left on the clock. Alpha now getting a little bit more aggressive, moving towards that drop bomb. But the Flash and Littlebeard Agent Solo take out Alpha, and DarkStar now in the lead, 9-8.
Yeah, and some buys should come out here for the Grazur Esports side. A couple rifles, 2 rifles now. Only Alpha on that Eagle, but as we saw, he's still very deadly with it.
Absolutely. And they're not too far behind in utility. They've got a lot of flashes to work with. 1 molly though, and
Alpha
Skit
pushes through the molly.
Yeah.
Thunder is gonna find Agent Solo in the site, but trades back and forth. The safe position actually gonna be mollied out, and advantage restored for DarkStar, but they've left this A or B site completely, and that's not good. They rotated so quickly for that presence on A that they forgot about B.
Now DarkStar got 2 coming through CT, another one heading through mid. And Littlebeard finds Mexican Prod. Yep.
But
there
Delta
it is.
gonna clean it up.
DarkStar 10-8 here with that defuse. This is looking great for them coming into this, and Grazur does not want to take a loss. That could mean that they could even drop to 2nd place if Spec wins their next match. So right now, DarkStar, they've got a victory in their sights. With beginning of this game, it's still close. Actually, honestly, throughout this game, it's been pretty close. But now DarkStar, they've got a little bit more momentum, and they're starting to really batten down the hatches and take some wins.
Yeah, the momentum, like you said, in full force here. After this pistol round, or this eco round, excuse me, it might not be a bad idea. Oh my gosh, Thunder opening up 2 kills. Down to 7 HP, but Delta's gonna find 2. Bomber's gonna go down. He tries to find a 3rd. Maddie down to 7 HP. Flank coming in from Uki here. He's gonna find 1, 2,
oh wow,
and the 3rd on 4 HP. Alpha's gonna find 1.
Yeah,
and escape with his life into that tarps position, but difficult. Like we said, Ugi's gonna clean it up. 3K on the round for him. Delta with 2. But as I was saying, as the momentum continues to swing, it might not be bad after this eco round for Grazur to maybe take a timeout, talk things over, and settle down a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, they've really just been, oh, we're down, we gotta aggro, we gotta aggro. Like, there was a lot of flash and fury in that push, but they really only got 2 kills. They didn't have any utility to keep themselves safe in the retake situation, and DarkStar kind of just walked all over them. And now they're, going for entire buys here. Alpha, again, now Delta is really turned up in this second half. Another kill, looking for a third. Not gonna find pay dirt, might have to back off in the meantime. Meanwhile, Agent Solo looking towards A site here. Skit gonna be joining Delta on the flank.
Yeah, and a missed molly actually from Skid.
Unfortunate.
It's gonna force Delta out of that position and possibly right into the crosshairs of Thunder. A nice flick from him.
Still a 4v3 situation for DarkStar though. And they've got
But
a
we're
pretty
talking
solid
about
hold.
that aggression, that push, that flash and push does not work out for Grazur there. It cost them 2 players very early in the round, and as it stalls out, that utility that they lost could be detrimental.
Not much movement just yet. 50 seconds left on the clock. That bomb is still between both sites here. In fact, not in the hands of anybody just yet. We're going to see how Grazur wants to go in. They might want to start moving towards A site here, but they're going to have to worry about Agent Solo, who's waiting on the site yet again for this
Agent
push.
Solo behind this position. Aggro fucked up his gun barrel.
Oh, yeah.
His
No,
hands
no.
on it, he falls off the map. Agent Solo, a terrible situation to be in. That's 2 players already. The ball off of the map. It's gonna find one, but Thunder gonna actually no-scope him. Oogie coming from behind though. Bomb goes down with 7 seconds left in the round. Mexican Prod might actually spot this out. He does. They know the position now. But Oogie, difficult. And he's walking directly into the crosshairs of Thunder, who's holding a tight angle and does find the kill.
There we go. Grazur stopping the bleeding for just the moment here. 11-9 scoreline in favor of DarkStar. Only 2 rounds between after DarkStar with a 4-round rally to start off the first half. But now we'll see Grazur again dipping into their account. Start purchasing more rifles. They've got Thunder still on the op. There's gonna be a lot to deal with here for DarkStar, who are very limited here in terms of their buy.
Yeah. Again, it's just Grazur was able to just continually take rifles out of the hands of DarkStar. DarkStar was winning their rounds, but it was costing them, 2, 3, sometimes 4 players every time. And it now catches up with them as they're on a lot of pistols. They're going to actually already have 4 players rotated to this A site. Agent Solo is going to be the first to meet his demise.
Ooh, aggro. Living up to his name there. Taking a lot of shots. Gets the kill on Little Beer, though, as they poke out from that heaven area.
Yeah, and the cavalry now comes in for Grazur Esports. Oogie actually gonna find a kill and shoot the rifle off of the map. Oh no. Finds another. Aggro's actually gonna meet his demise as well to Oogie.
Oogie now by themselves and pushing from a very compromised situation. DarkStar losing once more. Grazur now reduced that lead to just 1 round as we move into round 22. I think DarkStar, gonna spend some money, but otherwise be pretty conservative with this. And looking to even see not too much utility buy here, so Grazur gonna be in full control utility-wise here, which might make up for the fact that these aggro pushes have, put them kind of at a risk at times. But DarkStar as well have also found themselves unable to get these complete kills, and as you said, giving up a lot of guns to Grazur as well.
First kill is actually going to be Oogie onto Alpha, but Thunder's going to trade it out very quickly. Already, though, position is given up, and from generators, Aggro's going to spray 2 down. Delta going to get his head tapped right off. And Aggro actually hungry for some more kills. He wants the 4K. He wants to show what he's made of. We saw that ace from him last night, and he really is not happy that he's only got 3 in this round. He's hunting Little Beer.
Little Beer, pretty slippery right now, but might find some contact right in mid, but Matty Gill turns the other direction. So,
Yeah, the one position they actually don't clear in the map, it seems like.
yep.
And if Littlebeard played that right and had a kit, he might have actually been able to jump through that mid-window position and get a ninja defuse. I know we're talking huge hypotheticals here, but that would have been something crazy to see if all 4 players for Grazur had actually moved away from the bomb and no one had their eyes on it.
That would have been pretty gaming if he was able to get that ninja defuse. At the very least, though, he might have been able to take off some rifles out of the hands of Grazur before dying. But nonetheless, 11-11 situation. Mexican Pride gets on the board first, kills Delta, and Oogie takes a lot of fire from Mexican as well. Aggro not going to be outdone, joining Alpha to kill on Agent Solo, and then Littlebeard follows him to the grave. 1 minute 30 seconds on the clock, and Skit's the only one remaining by themselves.
Team
they
kill
have
from
little to work
Alpha.
with. Yeah.
Onto Mexican Prod. This is just Grazur Esports. Really don't know what they're doing here, but Skit is gonna fall to Alpha in the end.
And these low utility rounds for Darkstar are really not helping. Grazur has just been really decked out to the nines, and it's been paying off for them. A lot of spending. Scared money don't make no money.
Yeah.
They're spending a lot here, and it is coming back. They're getting their dividends paid out.
Yeah, Alpha actually with 3 kills in that round if you count his teammate. But a good round from Grazur Esports all around. Darkstar already in these advanced positions on the rifle. Skit's gonna find Alpha. Maddie's only gonna find the one. Bomb gonna go down. But in a deep position here, Littlebeard's gonna find Maddie. That's 2 rifles already. And only faced up against the op. I think they know that all 5 players are now here. Oogie pushing up the ramp. All the aggro.
Oh, nice. And Aggro looking for a third. Skit's right there. Gets it. A 4 and does it. Aggro.
4K from Aggro, who's actually gonna be team killed. Again, Grazur Esports and their TKs. Nothing like it. NACS, I tell you. A 4K in the round, a beautiful round. Aggro on 29 frags.
Yeah, that is quite a statement being made, especially considering Skit previously had kind of been the leader in this game, and Alpha again, another one under their belt here.
A lot of really quick aggression coming out from Grazur is gonna pay out. Aggro finding his 30th frag before traded out by Oogie, and Oogie's gonna find Mexican. Or sorry, Mexican's gonna be found by Oogie. Alpha's gonna push through the smoke and find Skit in mid, leaving it all on Agent Solo, but all 4 players tagged low for the Grazur Esports side.
Yeah, Agent Solo has more health combined than all 4 of them combined. Has more health than all 4 of them combined here as we move into that minute mark. But you can see again. I mean, a lot of those kills that Grazur got for again all that utility. They're throwing out so much, almost unnecessarily here because Agent Solo is so far away.
And Alpha's just gonna jump right off the map.
There we go.
I don't know if the if our observer was on them at that moment.
I
but
certainly
Alpha
was.
just directly jumped right off the map. He didn't even care. He dropped the bomb and jumped off the map. He had that much confidence in his team.
He's got one of those wingsuits, you know. You just like you're flying.
Well, he
squirrel.
died. So
that he just wanted you to think that. He still had a long way to go. Long way to go. I got a CT timeout coming out. Darkstar, when it looked like they had Grazur under their thumbs, Grazur has come back to life and is now 3 rounds ahead and looking to seal the deal and zip up the body bag as Darkstar has fallen several rounds in a row, 6 rounds in fact, and are on their full loss bonus. So Grazur, as they wait out this CT timeout, are looking to finish this matchup, and it would put them at 6-0 in Group 3, which is a great look moving into the bracket stage.
yeah, absolutely. And moving into this, since we have a little bit of time, it might be a good chance to shout out our sponsors. Thank you to RTS Partners for sponsoring this Golden Leagues Pot of Gold tournament, and also to Cygnus Esports, our other sponsor here.
Yep, be sure to check them out at Cygnus_Esports on Twitter, and be sure to check out the push here. Again, another a great aggressive push here that gets evenly traded out mostly. DarkStar, though, comes out ahead in terms of health. But 3v3, Aggro finds it and starts to put it in favor of Grazur. 3-2 situations. Aggro takes control of Site B, and now it's going to be the retake from Little Beer and Agent Solo. And Agent Solo starts off with a kill on Aggro, 2-on-2 situation.
Yeah, and the health still favoring DarkStar here. But the positioning and the utility favoring Grazur Esports. Almost a do or die situation here for DarkStar. Thunder's going to be holding this position. But the first kill coming out from Little Beer actually, and Thunder in a tough spot on site. Playing around the generators is going to fall. Just enough time for DarkStar to get that defuse out and possibly stemming the bleeding for just a hot minute here.
Yeah, they definitely have. But and that was a great retake there. DarkStar able to do that with the help of Agent Solo and Little Beer. That also gets them back into the utility game as well, which I think will certainly even the odds. But Grazur has been on top of that almost every round. It's certainly been pivotal for them winning a number of these rounds and securing this lead. But a big rush, 5-man rush over to A. They're going to push up ramp. They're going to have a little bit of resistance, though, as Little Beer finds that first kill. Matty Gill also taking damage. Thunder goes down, and they're all funneling in. They're going to have to rethink this one as Aggro looking for a way around this fire. Alpha, though, finds their way to the grave first, and then Alpha and Matty G will join each other. So it's just Aggro remaining on the site. Just outside of it, gets one. Agent Solo goes down, looking for the left kill here on Little Beer, and will find it. No, doesn't. Little Beer gets the kill instead, despite Aggro having that sightline first. And now 14-13 situation for Grazur as DarkStar. They themselves are not out of it either. This has been great, Hero. What a back and forth matchup.
Yeah.
Both of these teams putting a lot into this. Neither one wants to back down. 14-13 situation. It's been a great game.
Yeah, this is great to watch. Two teams that really know the game and, you know, are putting so much respect into it. You know, just
I like that.
The level of play coming out from both sides. Incredible. He's gonna find the first one.
That was such a good molly. That was such a good molly because so many times in this game, Aggro has been doing this full left wide out swing around on quad to get kills, and they just blocked it off immediately with the Molotovs. And now DarkStar with the 4v3 situation, skip for 2, sneaking through the smoke and stealthily finds those kills, securing what looks like a DarkStar hold on this round to force a 14-14 scoreline unless Alpha can go into hero mode. Finds one on Agent Solo. Minute left minute left on the clock. Looking for another shot here. Delta starting to peek. There's the smoke. DarkStar with Delta, Skit, and Little Beer left. Alpha jumps the gap. Looks the shot. Gets it. Parkour pays off. Delta and Skit remaining. There's another one. Skit for the last man. 1-on-1 situation. Alpha looking for a way in, but can't get into cover in time. Skit will hold on for the 14th round for DarkStar. Now into round 29. 14 all for each team.
An amazing effort from Alpha. Really a great job from him. Amazing game sense to pick off the players and almost pushes it in favor of Grazur Esports. One of the single best played rounds, I think, in this entire tournament so far. Thunder's going to open it up on Agent Solo, but a difficult position. The rotate's already coming in. Little Beer finding 2. All 3 players on this ramp position. Matty's going to push to the smoke, and he's going to find Skip. Him out almost immediately. Aggro's going to find another, but the flank already here from Delta. He's going to find one. He pushes up, and he's going to find the second, giving a 15th round to DarkStar. This is a hairy situation for Grazur Esports.
Yeah, DarkStar in control earlier in the game. Grazur started to run away with it, and now coming from behind, DarkStar takes the lead now 1 round away. And that round started off bad for Grazur. A very well-placed Molotov hit both Thunder and Alpha. Moving into that, they died early, and then again, Delta coming in with that flank from behind to seal the deal. That was great. As we move into this last round, round 30, 15-14 situation for DarkStar. So much utility going off. Alpha looking for Skip potentially in mid, but a Little Beer gets on the board first on Thunder. Here comes Alpha with the shots. The Deagle puts down Skit. That's a huge kill there for Grazur. as Skit is absolutely the power player for this DarkStar squad.
Yeah, and a lot of positioning coming out. Reed coming in aggro with a one tap onto Little Beer.
Nice.
That has got to hurt.
Delta.
2 players left.
Delta.
For DarkStar. Delta's gonna find one. Making it a 3-on-2, but the gamble. It's not gonna pay off for DarkStar here. Bomb is gonna go down for Grazur Esports, and overtime looking very likely.
We'll see. DarkStar not out of it just yet. Don't
Oogie's
count your
gonna
chickens
find
before
one.
they catch. Hamas.
Absolutely.
Oogie getting that kill. 2v2 situation, but they're both pretty somewhat low on health here, so this retake might be a little hairy, as you mentioned earlier. Alpha, another deagle kill on Oogie this time. Now it's just Delta. Can Delta come in clutch and secure this for DarkStar?
And the knife coming from Mexican Prod.
Oof. 15 to 15. We're going to overtime, everybody. And certainly, I feel like there wouldn't be a better way to end this match than to go to overtime first.
Yeah, this is close. This is the kind of game that we were hoping for tonight. A back and forth battle. 34 frags onto aggro. Skit with 28. This is crazy. Both teams really working. And we'll see who comes out in favor. I really have no idea.
We got 3 moving up towards this ramp area for Grazur. Little Beer gonna be feeling the pressure, feels the heat. Might not be able to get out of the kitchen in time, but so far keeps their life intact. Little Beer finds aggro, and Agent Solo going down low, gets picked up by Thunder. Mexican Pride also dealing damage. Thunder looking for a wall bang, can't get it, but gets the kill on Delta. Now looking for another. Little Beer on the other side of that wall. Not gonna get killed just yet, but they are by themselves. DarkStar reduced to 1 player. And the bomb is not
going to be going down on B, actually. That's one thing that Grazur's done a really good job of is, you know, faking this aggression towards A and getting a few frags out of it before they back off and actually plant the bomb at B. It's been so crucial for them, too. Mexican practicing his flashbangs.
And
actually gonna no-clip that. He's gonna clip that flashbang that he just learned there.
Little Beer gonna just try and save if they can, but the squad, the hunters are looking. Alpha and Maddie instead gonna fight each other.
Yeah,
should be able to get away.
Little Beer's actually right above them.
Yeah.
And that'll cost Alpha his life. A little bit of messing around. But Grazur Esports, confident in their own abilities.
Now he's moving to our second overtime round here. Grazur up 16 to 15. Both teams pretty bought out, but again, we see a slight advantage here for Grazur in terms of utility. We'll see.
Yeah, and that utility game has been the difference. Aggro's actually going to drop first, and Skit is going to find a second. Agent Solo chimes in. He's going to drop Matty G.
And Grazur just loves walking into the DarkStar utility and just will walk through fire, walk through smoke, doesn't matter whether or not they'll die.
It's an interesting tactic because at the beginning of the game it really played in favor of the side of Grazur, but it's gonna lose his head. Little Beer sitting in the same position, this boosted position. Matty G looking for some kills there. Is actually his own demise Mexican. Get some shots and he's gonna back off of that. Fall off that ramp position. 2 players left. But the read already made.
I think he's going for the fake, delaying that push, and then alright.
The sound cue that he was running away, but it's not gonna fool Delta all the way. He's gonna stay here for the time being.
Also,
actually,
I think he might have been convinced here. I think he was looking for kind of a shotgun position in the back, but yeah, just gonna be instead looking for a better sight line. But Mexican Prod gonna be able to get that bomb down.
Yeah, the smoke gonna call it out. Delta already here. Mexican looking to push through that smoke. The shadow scene.
See again. Mexican will and Grazur, they'll throw down utility, but instead of kind of holding, they'll be like, all right, I must immerse myself in the smoke.
Push through that utility.
I gotta do it
though, and I can respect the play. He was betting that there was the push. You know, both players had already moved into the B position, hearing that, you know. So, a respectable play, I believe, from Mexican, but doesn't work out in his favor, actually.
Hindsight is certainly always 20/20 here, as we have Little B are going to be picking up that op face off against Thunder.
I believe this is the first time, really, that DarkStar's picked up the op.
Yeah, if it hasn't, they've certainly used it very little throughout this series. It's almost always going for just entirely rifles if they can. So having that op here might be a difference maker for DarkStar, but Little Beer untested with it so far, not being able to find Pater on anything just yet.
He's gonna actually find the opening frag.
Yeah, that's a great start.
So a good start for DarkStar, but the bomb is actually still chilling out towards B, and forcing some players over a couple kills. Thunder and Matty G chiming in. They're gonna force the full rotate. And I think that DarkStar is getting outplayed here once again. Matty G gonna find his death, find his kill through the smoke. Little Beer gonna get a kill as well. The tag though. Little Beer gonna jump up and die actually. Skit is gonna find one on a Matty G. But a 2-on-1 alpha in this mid position. Actually gonna spot out Skit. That'll make it 17-16 in the first half of overtime. Now officially with 2 players over 30 frags in the game. Skit with 31, Aggro with 34.
Yeah, not surprised considering the length of this game. These players are starting to hit that upper echelon of kill amounts here. But yeah, it was a Skit game for a lot of this, but now yeah, Aggro is really kind of started to take that position as the top fragger here. Move into this overtime round 4, the second half here of this first overtime. Grazur up 1 round, 17-16 scoreline. Back on the CT side. We'll see what Skit finds up here towards B as Oogie gets that kill on Alpha to kick off the round.
Yeah, and again, some more aggression coming out early in the round for Grazur is going to cost them another life. And Thunder, I don't think he quite sees the boost, but a lot of mid presence already taken for the side of DarkStar. As I don't think Grazur really knows what's going on right now. They're getting a lot of different reads from a lot of different places. Aggro staying on the other side of this smoke's actually going to move a little here. Mexican Prod's going to chip one in as well.
Little Beer will be able to get that kill over a quad. And now that certainly look at Grazur Esports alerted to the danger over here on B site. That gives the A site wide open. Left for the rest of this DarkStar squad. Little Beer does go down. And the A site push has not been completed just yet. That bomb is not down. And so Grazur still has an opportunity to rush over. The bomb will get planted, but Grazur's right there. Mexican Prod gets the first kill on Skit. Agent Solo right in that pocket on the site. Mexican Prod and Matty Gill moving on either side. Matty Gill right on top of him on the site, looking for this right side. Catches the shoulder of Agent Solo, but can't get the kill immediately. Pushing out about half health. Agent Solo finds Matty Gill though, nonetheless. Now Grazur right on top of the site yet again. Very low is Mexican Prod. Thunder at just 51 shots. Gets 2 kills though to clean up and sweep DarkStar. That remainder cannot hold on. And Grazur takes that round 18-16. Now putting them on match point.
Yeah, back and forth shots for both sides. A lot of missing, a lot of stray bullets, but in the end, it's going to work out for Grazur. Again, they are on that match point. This could be huge. And a win here solidifies basically the top 3 for Group 3. You know?
Yeah, this is... Well, I think DarkStarClan, they do have another match after this. They might be able to get a 3rd seed here, but it'll be harder taking this loss. And, of course, they would love to secure the top 3 seed with a win Grazur Esports is pretty much guaranteed for the bracket, but they definitely want to hold on to first place. So yeah, this is definitely an important match for both of these teams, and you can see how important it is to both of them in the scoreline.
Aggro actually sitting in the smoking window is gonna find one, but Oogie's gonna trade him out.
Ooh, Maddie right there and finds Skit looking. Minute left on the clock and change. Oogie on Thunder. 2-2 situation here in this 5th round of overtime 1. Grazur. They have that health advantage, but they are separated from one another here.
Yeah. A disgusting one tap from Oogie as the bomb is moving towards B. It looks like it's going to be a plant for the DarkStar side as Oogie pushes in a nice one tap. Mexican actually on the flank, but it's planted in such an open position. It's going to be difficult, and they read it from behind. They hear him.
Yep, that
Mexican
Molotov
gives away his position.
Goes for the wide swing. So Oogie's waiting there for him.
An ace, actually. I just realized that. An ace for Oogie in the round. Giving him 29 frags.
18-17 scoreline. Grazur versus DarkStar. Both teams giving it their all here. What a match between these two teams as we move into the last round here of overtime. 18-17, Grazur with the lead.
Yeah, this has been a fantastic match to watch, to cast. It's everything that you had hoped it would be.
Absolutely. I'm very glad we were able here to join us and watch this match here at Golden League. Here's this round. Grazur again, top team in the group. Will they be able to walk away with this one and be 6-0? We'll see as DarkStar loses Delta already. It's a big loss there, and Thunder now the only op on the map, though I don't believe Delta had one, but still, it's a nice presence to have that first kill there. Aggro now, Little Beer, slowly but surely whittling down the forces of DarkStar, but moving back on the board, gets 2. Might be looking for another ace here. Back-to-back aces would be pretty gaming.
That would be incredible to watch, and I'm not rooting for either team, but if that were to happen, I think I would become a DarkStar fan.
You got to be a fan of both of these teams at this point after
absolutely.
this match, and
There's
moving
no way
towards
you
B
can't
site. No. And we have Maddie feeling this pressure here as a 3-man push with a lot of utility coming out from DarkStar. Here comes the plant. Maddie actually doesn't get hit immediately by that Molotov, but takes a ton of damage down to 36 before the smoke comes out to cleanse him. And now Skit on the other side, but it's going to be Agent Solo who picks up the kill. Thunder holding a sightline that might not prove much yet. And here comes this retake. 2-2 situation. All comes down to this for Grazur if they want to take this.
Big situation. Actually, first kill going in favor. Agent Solo. They're going to spot out Thunder too. They know his position.
Oh, he's got to do something. Frantically gets that first kill.
Skit sitting behind this. They're playing Ring Around the Rosie, and Skit, it appears that he's made the play. And we're going into a second overtime, ladies and gents.
Not over just yet. DarkStar clawing back and taking it, shutting down Mexican Prod at the last seconds. And yep, as you said it, a second overtime. I love to see it. Let's keep it going. Extra OT. Another one for these two teams. 18-18 scoreline. We have Aggro at 36 kills. Skit with 32. These players are playing their hearts out right now for this match.
Chilling at 31 now too.
Yep. Yeah, Oogie, and especially off that ace in the last round as well. Got a huge percentage of those kills right in that back half of that OT. Thunder, though, going down. Maybe a little aggressive there with that op. And Oogie makes him pay the price there. But Oogie might have to run into Maddie. And Maddie finds him clean.
Little Beer made it through that smoke as well, though. But two players already with their attention focused. Mexican spot out Little Beer's head and take it clean off.
That was nice.
That was a very nice shot from him.
Alpha like a statue on this A site. Meanwhile, waiting. And that bomb's gonna come to him.
Yeah,
Agent Solo is pushing up with Delta.
Bomb chilling through tarps. Are they gonna clear the sandbag position? They're not. An Alpha actually gonna find the kill. Agent Solo by himself with the bomb. Not sure what read is gonna be coming out here from the side.
Oh, he's not looking. Oh,
there's so much going on, and Alpha's actually gonna find the kill. That's bomb down.
and Skit is nowhere near it and has a lot of the CT side to go through just to get to it.
3 players chasing him down. They're not gonna get away.
Here comes the peanut gallery. All right, Grazur Esports kicking things off in the second OT here, 19-18 with that first round win. We'll see what DarkStar does to get it back into this. What this buy's gonna be like. Mostly AKs, so that's pretty much been their mantra throughout this. Almost all AKs. Then you have just the SG on the side, but otherwise, they really don't buy off at all. And Matty G with the well-placed frag grenade onto Oogie, who's been a star in this overtime area. They've lost him early. Now Grazur, certainly happy about that one.
Yeah, it's just one of those situations where it's unfortunate because of what happens. And an advanced position from Mexican actually. The first shot comes out from Thunder. Mexican keeps away the position, finds 1-2. Aegissol's gonna trade him out, but all by himself, not a great position to be in. Players
Absolutely
closing
not.
in faster than you can say baloney. And
Is baloney a particularly hard word to say fast?
I don't know. I mean, you can try to say it 3 times fast and tell me how you feel, but already 2 flank players coming in. They know where he is. He's trapped.
Trapped like a slice of bologna between 2 slices of bread.
That sounds
With some
like a
cheese.
delicious sandwich.
With some American cheese.
But he's actually gonna find the 2 flank Agent Solo. Finding his way out of this, gonna fake that. Run towards B. Not completely out of the bad situation, and Aggro's actually gonna clean it up on Agent Solo.
Yeah, that was. I mean,
20th
even with the good play there, Agent was still coming down from below, so always had the low ground to work with, which is not great considering the positioning Grazur was holding on them. So yeah, this is now 20-18 scoreline for Grazers. They're looking to try and finish this up in the second overtime. Now we're in an endurance test here for these teams. Who can hang on to them? It's not just win.
First kill's actually going to be Skit onto Thunder, who tries to b-hop around that corner. It's going to cost him his life a lot. Mexican's going to fall as well to Skit. The utility coming out in force. Not wanting to give this up, though. A flank already coming in, but a 5v3 retake. Alpha coming from behind with the auto sniper is going to lose his head to Agent Solo.
Oh,
Aggro's
Aggro.
gonna find one on his Skit, a second.
A third.
A third. I don't even know what to say right now. I'm literally stunned. This is the single most amazing retake I've watched. Maddie gonna find one. On the phone.
Is he gonna get it?
No! Not like this! No! Third round! Aggro in the smoke! A ninja defuse! How does it happen like that?
Aggro celebrating the 40th anniversary of his first kill there with a nice sneaky ninja defuse. Absolutely perfectly executed there. Grazur up 21-18 in the second OT over DarkStar. What a fantastic match between these two teams. And now Grazur has their sights on cleaning this up. They just need a couple more round wins to take it in second OT and be 6-0 in Group 3.
Yeah, I'm baffled. Literally speechless. That was one of the most amazing retakes I've ever watched. And I'm so glad that I got to experience it here. Alpha actually going to find the first kill onto Delta. That's not good.
Oh, Aggro.
is going to take a little more damage as well.
Aggro gets hit in the dome with a molly, shakes it off, and kills Agent Solo. Looking for Little Beer, is falling back to Hard Hat. Skit finds Thunder as he pushes over past the double. And now they just have Skit, who's right behind Oogie. Oogie finds the kill on Aggro. Minute and 14 seconds of the clock as Oogie hits another kill. And now it is just Mexican Prod leaving behind Alpha with 3 HP. If it's doable, it's going to be near impossible to peek and get much done here. And Alpha just looking for someone to walk back over towards Alley. Not going to find anybody back on sites. Oogie. And Oogie gets the kill. 21-19 now. Again, closing that gap. DarkStar can't let Grazur get much more than that. Still on match point.
Still only 1 round away for Grazur.
Yep.
They
Still
could
on
do
match
this.
point.
They have 2 rounds to do it. DarkStar with a tall task ahead of them, but not an impossible one.
Oh, Alpha taking that Molotov and losing almost half HP there. We'll see Little Beer. Now Little Beer on the op again. DarkStar has been reluctant to use this op, but putting Little Beer back on it trying to make a difference in this round so far. Has not found anything yet. Agent
Thunder
Solo
gonna
goes
find
down.
one, and Little Beer through the smoke.
Great shot.
Actually gonna take out Thunder.
Oogie going through gets caught in the fire. Cannot carry through the fire flame. And Skit will hit Mexican Prod down for their life. Looking for more as Maddie Gills. Alpha gets rid of Delta. Aggro on Skit. Now it's Little Beer
last
getting
alive
off. Yep.
as Maddie pushes up, and that will be a game.
There it is.
An exciting one, to say the least.
What a finish. 2 OTs between these two teams. Grazur Esports, though, will secure themselves their 6th and final win in the group to make themselves 6-0 in the game. And what an absolutely fantastic match against DarkStarClan. A very, a great match, a hard loss for them, but a well-earned win from Grazur and a great match between these two teams. Hero, any final thoughts on that game? A lot happened, so I feel you gotta have something for me.
There's so much that happened there. I'm literally speechless. I'm struggling. I'm stumbling over my own words. Aggro, 42 kills. Ridiculous. His next closest teammate, Thunder, with 30. On the opposite side, Skit, 39 kills. Oogie, 35. Little Beer, 29. An insane game. The lowest kills in that game was actually Delta with 20, which is still not a horrible amount of frags, for 2 OTs. Exciting, to say the least. A few rounds that really could have gone either way, and it came down to endurance, like you said.
No, absolutely. And going into this, we feel like it was a kind of done deal here for Grazur, but DarkStarClan, I mean, they put on such a show and really, really made Grazur work for this win. I mean, seriously, 2 overtimes. They really made them work for it. Great play to them and great play to Grazur. And thank you all for tuning in with us. Of course, thank you again to RTS Partners and Cygnus Esports for helping us with the tournament. We also got Dugue Douglas in the back on production helping us out with this. And of course, myself, Rapture, here with Hero for Golden League. The Pot of Gold tournament continues, but group stage is pretty much wrapped up. The final matches are happening in the next day or so, and then we'll be moving on to bracket stage. So keep your eyes peeled for that as we move on to see who will be taking home that pot of gold here at Golden League. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm Rapture, here with Hero, and we'll see you next time.